Alright, good morning, people. So it's like, what time is it? It's 1:11 in the morning, Saturday morning, August 6th. So I just got done doing some stuff in the kitchen. Just kind of wanted to show that off real quick. And some stuff I wanted to show earlier that I didn't get to show, and it works much better in the darkness anyway, because I'm completely in the dark right now, with the exception of TV light. Um, that's the light that I have on, and then that goes to this little handheld, the tripod that I've got. So that's what's really giving me light right now, because otherwise I'm really sitting in darkness. And I'm going to actually just turn the TV off just to see what that does. So yeah, so now I'm in total darkness. But this is the light that I get. So, it actually seems pretty good. So, but here's something that last time I showed the cameras a little bit last time. But see, when I turn the camera around, there's nothing. But this is the, basically this is the Google app. And this is all the stuff I have. So what I'm going to do is I know you probably can't read it because it is kind of dark. But backyard, Bailey's room, basement, cameras, but they don't work on this app. Dining room, kitchen, laundry room, living room, right? So I'm just going to hit living room. Living room lights, boom. And as you can see, it lit up quite a bit in here. So I'm just going to kind of go through. We'll do the kitchen real quick. And just trust me when I tell you I'm using the phone to turn the lights on. So boom, I just turned the lights on in the kitchen. And you remember the mess that was in here before. Actually, let me turn the laundry room lights on too, because that will be going through there, before. So I got, the kitchen, the counter stuff cleaned off for the most part, but this is the thing I did that I'm very, very much proud of. These little measuring cups, right? They're just kind of actually, I guess I should leave that going that way. So you saw those over there. And then we've got these that are on the stove. So they just take up so much space when you stick them in a drawer. It's much nicer to have them down so that you can, when you're done with them, you can wash them and put them back in the right place that they go. And it just for me, it just makes a huge difference. And I've just got 2 sets, and in case you need more now, I will say this. The one thing I have to do is find a place for the measuring cups. So lids for the pans. So the dish rack that I had over, by the kitchen sink, which all of this stuff needs to be washed. The dishwasher's actually running right now. It's always been a very quiet dishwasher, so you can barely hear it. Obviously that needs to be washed. That needs to be washed. The cutting boards underneath of it need to be washed. All the parts to the coffee pot are already here and they're going to be washed. So this will all be cleaned up, as soon as I get it all washed. Probably tonight, maybe, just depends, because I'm feeling still fairly energetic. So, however, I did get out here, and Bailey helped me some. We've rearranged the stuff a little bit. We got some of the stuff moved off there, and we've got the dirt making machine right there, and I guess that's it. So, but over here, we were able to get this all reorganized. So of course all of the cereal containers were over there, so I just took them and used them. I mean, if it's cereal, if it's potato chips, if it's a bag of almost any sort or whatever, if it goes in a container, it fits in a container. I actually have to get some more containers to organize a little bit better and to have everything organized. But so far so good. So this is much more clean and organized. That's down there, much more clean and organized. You can just tell everything is just much more clean and organized, with the exception of that. I did not touch that one as of yet. Those are automatic dog feeders and automatic dog waterers. But here's the pots and pans. There we go. Pots and pans. Down on the bottom, vacuum cleaners. Ali, will you move? Move. That's a little vacuum cleaner and some tools. There's the deep fryer and the crock pot. This is where the coffee machine and the waffle maker will go once they're clean. That's where they will go back to. So these, all of these right here, so they're little corn holders, some little cups, wine tops, pizza cutters, and something else that's in there which I can't remember. That's okay, because you're going to get ready to see where it all came from. So now that I've turned that light on, you can see, I guess you can see everything. So I haven't changed that top part. Changed, you know, just about all of that. It's much more neatly organized, right? So there will be more containers at some point that are probably going to go on this thing here. If I feel like I need them, that actually might be where those end up going. We'll see. Again, I still have all these bowls down here. Like, I'm not sure if I really want those to stay there. But all of the lids to all the pots and pans were kind of a jumbled mess before. Well, now they're here. And these are extra knives. You know, this is our main knife area, and there's actually a couple of extra knives in there because we've lost, I think, 1 or 2 of those knives too. So extra knives that we have will now go in there. That's actually what they're for, if they're just hanging there drying anyway. And pot lids and stuff will go in there, so now they're organized in one place. And then, as you can see, this was that drawer that was such a mess. So this is pretty much all that's in it for now. I'm not sure what's left in the dishwasher that might need to go in there, but whatever is left in there will become neat and organized. This still needs to be tackled. It's still a little bit of a mess, and I'll get to that. I cleaned it up a little bit, but not much. So anyway, there's that. You know, I'm loving that, and I'm still loving that spice rack. You know, I'm still loving that. And now we got this, and we got that. You know, there's some more kind of stuff up here that might be able to be organized, and at some point, the pots and pans, if I can figure out a place for them, I will probably put a piece of on a wall, and I will hang every pot. If I can find a really, really good wall to do that on. So, you know, wish me luck. So, you know, I'm sitting here looking at this wall, which has all the hats on it, and it's turned out to be not so good, and maybe I don't know. You don't want that out here. Probably. We'll figure something out. At some point, it'll come to me. Maybe above there. I just don't want Sharon and Bailey to have to reach so high to get stuff. But again, we'll figure something out. So anyway, back to turning the lights on. So just looking at the basement, which is what we're doing, and boom. So that turns every light on down there in the basement, and I can turn them on separately or all of them on at one time. I can break it out and do that right now. I've just got them all turned on at one time. And I have taken that, well, you saw in that last video where I took the thingy off. So this is just like a piece of almost leather, very thin leather, and it's not nearly as big, so I'm hoping when they press on it, it'll just flap open much easier, and they'll go at it. We'll see what happens. Of course, I showed you down here already. So back here, eventually, it's just a mess. So, I'll just run it back through here real quick. As you can see, all the lights are on. This oven your stove actually does work. It's got to be clean. It's not been used in years. And then this is actually the kitchen area that's down here, and it's a mess and hasn't been used in years. There's the inflatable bathtub. This is, a whole big area of junk. At one point, I tried to come down here clean and organize, and I got all these shelves to put stuff on down here, so part of it got done, but then everything that was in that other room got kind of slid back out here. All my clothes things and stuff like that. I don't even really mess with any of these clothes anymore, so I'm just going to have to go through probably and, get rid of them. And if you keep going, you'll see the mess goes all the way through. And there's one of the TVs that I'm going to use as a monitor for the computer up against the wall, I think. Come on, Ollie. Come on. Ollie. Oh, she's following me around. So, and then this brings us back, you know, to this part of the room where, you know, the bed is, the desk, you know, bathroom, couch, love seat. I think that TV will probably go on that side, and then the TV I just showed you will probably go on that side. So this dresser may get moved back there, like under the table. Maybe that shoe thing, maybe I'll push the couch all the way up against the wall because it's got a little bitty gap right there. Who knows? We'll see. But I will say, this is going up, you know, behind the desk, and the American flag, I don't know if you can see it all, but that's going up behind the desk. Like I said, I got to get a picture of, well, I've already got a picture of Bruce Lee that I will be putting up most likely behind there. I mean, just a historical icon. That'll probably go up behind there too. And then I got to get a picture of Rocky. And then I'm either going to put this up there, you know, because I do love Seinfeld and I do love Kramer, or I'll just find something with the whole Seinfeld cast on it and put it up there one way or the other. Favorite show probably of all time. I mean, it was just a great comedy. So anyway, there's that. So now I'm going to turn the basement lights off. Boom. So everything just went off, but I am going to separate out and turn on the inside the door and over the stairway. All right, so I'm gonna head back up, and then I thought this was pretty cool. So I do have an automatic light that's going to come on, which is this one right here. It's just an automatic. If you walk in front of it, it comes on. However, there's still this light right here. So when I hit the outside lights, hang on. First we'll do this because it looks much cooler. Why does this keep going offline? Okay, pool area, boom. Are you kidding me? There should be 2 lights coming on. And only one came on. Okay, there they go. So there's that. But I can also change the color. And boom. Boom, boom, which is just, you know, it's pretty cool. So we'll just turn it to regular lights, and then go back here. I can also dim them as well. And of course, for whatever reason, that's not going to work at the moment, but that's fine. So then, backyard lights. So if you saw that, those just came on. So there's a light that's right there, and it's kind of meant to be like a shop light, but I'm using that as an outdoor light. And then I think you can see that there. That's the same thing. It's just meant to put in a floodlight, which is the same as what those are. When I first bought these several years ago, they were only like $2. Now they're like 15 bucks a piece. So a little frustrating. So this thing was cheaper, so I got one of those, and we'll see as time goes on, you know, how I deal with that. But this also lights up the door down here, so the, you know, dogs should be able to see their way in if I need to turn it on. And I can also cut the grass out here if I want. Like, I'm going to get more lights to put around the whole yard, and I may end up doing the whole yard over there and the front yard at some point where I can just turn on these lights if I want to, if I'm motivated and I feel like going outside and cutting the grass or whatever. I mean, I wouldn't do the riding lawnmower at night, but I do have a battery powered push mower for this backyard area right here, so I don't have to come back here because it's kind of a pain in the rear end to get the mower back here, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So it's easier just kind of clean up the dog poop, push mow this little square, and be done with it. So anyway, so I mean, that's kind of where I'm at for now. I'm gonna turn off the backyard lights, which I just did, and see if I can turn the pool lights off now. Give me a break. For whatever reason, it keeps putting those offline, and then it puts them back online. See, now it's offline. And it's going to pop back online here in a second, probably. I am not real sure what's going on with that. But either way, I'm not going to sit here for forever. So I thought we would take a really quick walk out to the RV. You know, I showed you earlier. No, I didn't. So I'll show you this now too. So the air conditioner. So in the living room, you know, I can look at the temperature, see what the temperature is, and if it's too cold, boom, I just hit the button, turned off the air conditioner. And I can turn it back on anytime I want. And I can do the same thing with power for the RV. You know, I've got a thermostat thingy outside there, so it lets me know basically if it gets too hot, and I've got the temperature set, I think, to be like 86 degrees, maybe 85 degrees. Once it hits 85 degrees, then it sends me a message. Once it hits, I believe it's 60 or 55 degrees, it sends me a message. And we got a little rain going on, but that's okay, because we're just coming out here to the RV right quick, and I do believe at this moment I have the power off. So with the button, let's just see. If I go to the RV, RV power. So I just hit the button, and it basically turns on the RV and turns the power on. This light that was already on is running off battery. So now it's turned the air on, you know, to cool it off in here. So anyway, so I'm gonna show you, I guess I'll try to show you, if anything, what I've got done or what I'm doing or whatever. So, and I got them all flying around in here. So anyway, so we'll go from here. So from here back, I got the dog beds washed and put back together, and they're sitting in here. I got the floor kind of cleaned up. I've got one more box. I got a pizza oven, so that is meant to make pizza over a fire. And there's the rest of the stuff I brought in the house to wash, and now it's brought back out here, but I haven't put it away yet. Still kind of a mess up here. This is one of the beds. There's the TV that I took down, and I don't know what everything is up there. You know, there's some of the tools and stuff like that. But anyway, so you can see, you know, the table up. You know, this table comes up. It's not going to come up right now. Water container. So this is, for now, it's Velcroed down, and you know, we're going to see how that does. I'm not real sure that that's going to be strong enough. I might have to get a different kind of Velcro to keep it down with, because what I want to be able to do is if I don't have water, I want to be able to pull that off, go get water, fill it up, and bring it back, set it down so it's solid. And I will figure something out, whether it be a case to set it in or something. And that way, if I need to, there's water there to drink, wash dishes, wash your hands, stuff like that. This is the thing I brought in from the house. I might bring this back in the house as well, because those lids, I don't know, those lids probably won't fit good in there. But anyway, so I think I showed you last time the shower, right? I installed the shower door, so now it's not a door that opens and gets in the way. Plus, it has a little vent in the top, and it's going to work out fine. I put the bed back in. It's inflated. These two large, long containers are going to hold blankets, and I'm going to probably put that bed back that's up on the driver's or the passenger seat in one of these. These two little beds. These two are twin beds. The other bed that's up there is a queen bed, I believe, and they're going to go in these, and they're going to go right over here on the side. This is just the mattress is going to stay up all the time, and the pillows will stay where they're at. I will eventually clean all that stuff out so I can put clothes in there. Don't know if I'm going to do much with the drawers down there. I'll probably hang stuff in there, just because, I mean, it's going to be tough with these two things laying down there. I might put stuff in there that you only need, once in a blue moon. And I don't know if you can tell, but here's the TV that was in my kitchen, and it is now in the RV, and it has Roku. It's a Roku TV, actually, and the picture on it is 10 times better, 70 times better, 100 times better than the TV that was in here before. So that is awesome. This is stuff that's been washed. I kind of need to put it up. This is all stuff that needs to be out here, and I just have to kind of go through, organize, and get it put up. And then in here, I still just have all these waters in here, and I'm going to put another one of those water containers like is in the kitchen area in here, probably right here on this side, so that we have water to flush, water to wash hands, whatever we need to do, and figure out a way to make it so it stays. Even if I have to screw the case down, and it can't go anywhere one way or another, I'm gonna figure that out. So it's coming a long way. It's been cleaned up and organized. We still got to fix a water line. I still got to fix the trim on the windshield, on the outside of the windshield. The trim really needs to be fixed, and then all the trim on all the windows really needs to be fixed, and the water line needs to be fixed. And then I need to fill it with propane. And after that, we're pretty much good to go. The queen size bed that's up there and that seat will go here. If somebody needs to sleep out here, it'll go there. If they just need a twin bed, there's twin beds back there. 2 twin beds will fit in here if they want to sleep separately. So we're coming a long way. Oh yeah, this. So let me just close this all the way, because that's what it needs to. So I found this blind in my garage. So I just brought it out here, and I thought, let me see if it'll mount. And I had to take some stuff off, like these 2 things right here were already here, so I mounted the thing to this. And it's one of those that you just pull it. You pull it like that, and you push it up, and that's it, and that's how it works. So right now it would flop around like crazy, but if you notice, there's a magnet. I tried to get one glued to the other side, but couldn't get it to stay, but I will fix that. So basically, when I put it down all the way, it'll be glued to both magnets down there, and it shouldn't sway back and forth. I guess if I just left it up all the way, it probably would be fine too. But it's just nice to have that, and you can see that magnet's there. I just got to get it glued back on, and might need to adjust the thing. So anyway, once it's glued, and I get the glue to actually stick correctly, it'll stay on. But other than, oh yeah, you know what? If I just put it right up there like that, it fits good. So who knows? Might just leave it the way that it is. So anyway, so that's that. Refrigerator in here is empty right now. I mean, everything else is kind of, you know, there's still some food. I got rid of all the gray looking coffee cups. I bought a whole dish set a long time ago, and it was real heavy, regular, but I've decided I'm just going to get plastic. The plastic plates that we have, they're going to be much better. Plastic plates, paper plates, plastic cups, and that's what's pretty much going to be used here, because they were so heavy, they took up so much space. Just was unnecessary. You know, I got some food left over from here. Of course, everything would get checked before I would ever use it, making sure that the date was still good, and that there was no mold, because, you know, at times it's gotten hot out here. So everything would be checked before it ever got used and thrown out before it ever got used. But anyway, so that's where we're at. You know, and I don't know if I showed you this last time or not, but I wrote all this stuff on the steering wheel, so it's stuff I won't forget to do. And it's meant to be before I take off. This is all stuff that would need to be done. And whether I'm taking off from home or I'm taking off from a campsite, that's all stuff that needs to be done. And I doubled up the curtains, so you see this one's hanging down and then there's another one behind it. I got new curtains and I doubled them up because you could still see light through before. You cannot see light through now through these front curtains at all, and I'm sure that's going to be plenty insulation. Wintertime, that should work out insulation wise. Now for these windows and the door and stuff like that, I got to find another insulation solution, because this thing is just not super insulated. But so I could use a electric heater, because when I tried to use electric heater in here one time when it was cold, I think that it went right out because it wouldn't stay warm in here. Me and Bailey froze to death when we were up at Steve's. And then you know, you can use the propane, you know, the system heater, but it's currently out. And you know, I don't know how quickly it goes, but I haven't even refilled it since it's gone out. So it just needs to be done, and you know, I don't know how long it lasts, but at some point with solar, figure out a way to. I got to get a water tank in here and figure out a way to do water catchment if I can, and get solar in here. Then it'll be just total electric, and I want to have enough solar so it can run all the time, no matter what I want to run on it, anytime I want. And if that means replacing, moving that propane tank that's underneath. It's a big spot where the propane tank is. There's a big spot where the generator is, the generator that does not work. Don't know what it would cost to get that fixed, but those are two areas where I could put batteries. I could put a water tank, you know, if necessary, to kind of build this up so it could run fully on batteries and have enough water to last you, you know, no matter where you are all the time, and especially if you can figure out a way to fill it up with rainwater. So anyway, that's where I'm at. And again, I've gone way longer than I really wanted to, but I'm just kind of motivated, so I figure, you know, I'd send another video. So, and in here, I will say this. The measuring cups, the way that I did those measuring cups, I'm going to figure out a way to do them in here somehow or another. I'll either hang them from this part, or this part, or this part, you know, and so I don't have to worry about them coming down, and they'll hang there, and they'll be just right, easy access where they're not taking up. You know, I've got one drawer in here, and you can only fit so much. So, you know, figure out a way to store things a little bit better and make sure I have plenty of storage space for whatever I need, whenever I need it. So, with that being said, I guess I will get off of here. That's a hot dog maker, kind of a sandwich maker, pizza maker, that you put over the fire. I'm trying to make it so that everything you can do over a fire. as well, and I'm very excited to try out this pizza oven. It's going to be very cool. So, anyhow, that's it for now, and hopefully I can get some sleep tonight. Probably not because I'm all wired, but I don't feel like starting another project, but who knows. So, anyway, for now, we will see you.